The call came while I was still half asleep, not asleep enough to dream, not awake enough to defend myself. My phone vibrated against the nightstand, once, then stopped. I stared at it. I already knew who it was. I let it ring again before answering. "Did you move anything?" my wife asked. Her voice was thin, controlled, too careful. I pictured her standing in the doorway of our apartment, suitcase still by her feet, her sister behind her, the smell of foreign airports still clinging to their clothes. "I don't think so," I said. A pause. No. Her breath hitched. "This can't be happening." I closed my eyes. From my bed, I could see the corner of the living room through the open door, the place where the couch used to be, the wall where our photos had hung. Empty space speaks louder than furniture. "What did you see?" I asked. She didn't answer right away. I imagined her turning slowly, taking inventory, realizing. "The bedroom," she whispered. "Why does it look different?" "Because I needed to breathe. Because you left me with $20 and a cold pizza while I couldn't stand without shaking. Because Europe was more important than your husband." "I'll explain when you get home," I said. Another pause, longer this time. "You sound calm," she said. I smiled. "I am." And for the first time since they left, that was true. They'd planned the trip casually, like it was nothing, a month in Europe. Her sister, and him, her ex. "It's not like that," she'd said, laughing while packing. "He's just showing us around." I was sick then, feverish, weak, barely present in my own body. I remember watching her zip the suitcase, the way she didn't look at me. $20 on the counter, a pizza in the fridge, a kiss on the forehead, not the mouth. I told myself I was paranoid, that illness makes you suspicious, that love requires trust. But trust erodes quietly. During the first week, she texted less. During the second, only photos. By the third, nothing unless I reached out first. "Time zones," she said. "Bad signal." I replayed old memories instead. The way she'd flinch when his name came up. The way she kept old photos for memories. The way her sister avoided my eyes before they left. Denial is a shelter. Thin, temporary. One night, unable to sleep, I checked our shared cloud. Photos auto-uploaded from her phone. A hand on her knee, a reflection in a cafe window. 3 wine glasses, not 2. I didn't scream, didn't cry. I just lay there, listening to my own breathing, realizing something fundamental had shifted. Betrayal isn't loud. It's the moment you stop defending someone in your head. I got better slowly, enough to stand, enough to think. I didn't confront her, I didn't ask questions. Instead, I observed. I requested phone records, quietly. I checked dates, durations, locations, calls to one number, always late, always long. I reviewed bank statements, hotels booked for 2, not 3, rooms upgraded mid-stay. At night, I practiced conversations that would never happen. Ask her why. Ask her how long. Then I stopped. The truth doesn't need to be begged for. It arrives on its own. I packed things away while they were gone. Not everything, just mine. Books, clothes, documents. I removed the photos from the walls, not out of anger, out of precision. I rearranged the apartment until it no longer felt like a shared space, more like a stage waiting for an audience. When she sent postcards, I responded politely, short messages, neutral. She noticed. "You seem distant," she texted. I stared at the screen for a long time. "You crossed an ocean without looking back," I thought. "I'm just tired," I replied. That wasn't a lie. By the time their flight landed, I had everything I needed, including proof. She came home glowing. Travel does that to people. So does guilt, when it's still unchallenged. She stopped short when she saw the apartment. Bare walls, empty shelves, different energy. "What did you do?" she asked. I handed her an envelope. No explanation. Inside were printouts, phone logs, photos, hotel receipts. Her hands trembled as she flipped through them. "I can explain," she said automatically. I watched her carefully. This was the moment most people break. I didn't. "How long?" I asked.
She opened her mouth, closed it. Her sister appeared behind her, frozen. "Say it," I said. Tears welled. Her shoulders collapsed. "A few years," she whispered. "Years." I nodded, as if confirming a calculation. "That's all," I said. She looked up, confused, waiting for rage, for noise. It never came. "I already filed," I said. Her face drained of color. "Filed what?" "Divorce," I said. "Fraud annulment, emotional abandonment." Her sister gasped softly. I continued, calm. "The apartment lease is in my name. You'll need to be out by the end of the week." She shook her head. "No, please, we can talk."
I leaned in slightly. "I know," I said. "You've been talking to him every night." Silence. "I also sent everything to his wife," I added. That did it. She collapsed into the chair, sobbing. Her sister turned away. I felt nothing. No triumph, no joy, just relief. "I didn't do this to hurt you," I said. "I did it so I could breathe again." I picked up my bag. "Don't contact me," I said. "Not for closure, not for forgiveness." I paused at the door. "You already had your month," I added. "This is mine." I walked out into the evening air. The city felt different, larger, quieter. I thought about the man I'd been in that bed, weak, trusting, waiting. He didn't know yet. Betrayal teaches efficiency. Pain sharpens focus. I didn't hate her. Hate requires attachment. What I felt was absence. By the time the door closed behind me, the marriage was already a memory. And memories, I'd learned, are easy to leave behind when you finally stop carrying them.